Live in the city and tired of paying tax and not getting any square footage or yard for what you're paying? Or live in North Jersey and just feel like you're not getting the bang for the buck for all the taxes you're paying and the high price to live there? Well, stay tuned, because today what we're going to cover are the 3 most affordable and 3 most luxurious commuter towns here in Monmouth County, New Jersey. Hi, I'm DJ with the 10 Hove Realty Group, and thank you for watching. Please make sure you subscribe down below to get alerted when we drop our new videos, and thank you always for sharing them with your friends. So Monmouth County is located in New Jersey in the central part of the state, but on the eastern coastline. It sits about 45 minutes drive from New York City and about a 30 to 35 minute drive to Newark Airport. It's often known as the gateway to the Jersey Shore. It's become very popular over the last 2 decades for 2 feeder markets, which are markets that are very popular for people to move from to this area, which are northern New Jersey, Bergen, Hudson, Essex, Union County, and New York, whether that's Brooklyn, Staten Island, or increasingly more Manhattan. Monmouth County gives you a lot of value, square footage, land, for the price. And if you are living in Manhattan or living in the boroughs of New York, you're paying a city tax on top of a state and a federal tax. You don't get a lot of square footage. You have a very high purchase price, and you really don't get much, if any, land. So you might be willing to stretch your commute a little bit farther in order to enjoy some of those luxuries, and you get great schools here in New Jersey. If you live in northern New Jersey, unless you really need to be in New York in 30 minutes or less, you might be willing to stretch yourself a little bit further and get more bang for your buck, get more property, get more square footage for the same amount of money, and also might pay a little bit less in taxes as well. Now, COVID only accentuated this. With more people working from home full-time or only needing to commute to the city 1, maybe 2 days a week, it made people realize that they need more from their house. And if you're spending more time in your home, maybe you decided that you needed more space, or you wanted to have a yard, or you're willing to stretch yourself a little bit farther since the commute isn't happening as often. If this sounds like you, keep watching, because we decided to rank the top 3 most affordable and top 3 most luxury commuter towns here in Monmouth County. But before we get to the towns, let's talk about your transportation options. Now, driving yourself to the city is probably the least desirable, both because of the price of gas and the need to arrange for parking once you get to the city. But if you need to get to Brooklyn or Staten Island or Manhattan, you can typically be there in 20 minutes to 30 minutes from the northern reaches of Monmouth County. Now, your other mass transit options that we're going to focus on today include bus, train, and ferry. Let's talk about the bus line first. The New Jersey Transit bus line offers lines throughout the county and access points throughout the county, but the main park and ride access point is going to be at exit 120 on the Garden State Parkway, which is also where the PNC Bank Arts Center is. Now, that'll take you up to the Port Authority bus terminal in Midtown Manhattan and will generally get you there in about 45 minutes. Next, let's talk about the train line. The New Jersey Transit North Jersey Coastline connects Monmouth County with Newark Penn Station and New York Penn Station. With 14 stops in Monmouth County alone, the northernmost is going to be the Aberdeen-Matawan train station, all the way down to the Manasquan train station, and even goes 2 stops farther to Bayhead in Ocean County. There are 2 separate ferry systems here in Monmouth County, depending upon where you're starting and where your destination is. The first is the New York Waterway Ferry System, and that leaves from Belford on its way to Jersey City, then Battery Park, Wall Street, up to the west side, and leaves you at 39th Street on the west side of Manhattan. The other option is the C Street Ferry, and that starts in Highlands, goes to Atlantic Highlands on its way up to Battery Park, and then up the East River to East 35th Street in Manhattan. Both are good options for you. Now, the ferries are definitely the most expensive means of transit from the 3 options we're talking about today, but they're also the most luxurious, with closed cabins, Wi-Fi, even a bar inside to get your weekend started early. There's no doubt on why this is the chosen option by most of the luxury towns we're going to focus on today. Okay, so with that behind us, let's talk about the towns now. What we decided to do was to take the most common size and style house that we sell here in Monmouth County, which is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath colonial or ranch style house, and look at what the average sales price for that home would be across all of the towns here in Monmouth County. And then what we did was we picked the 3 most affordable towns and the 3 highest priced average sales price towns that are still an hour or less commute to New York City here in Monmouth County. Number 3 on our most affordable commuter towns in Monmouth County is HAZLET, New Jersey. Not surprisingly, HAZLET gives you a tremendous amount of commuting option. It sits less than 10 minutes from the Matawan Aberdeen train station, 10 minutes from the Belford ferry, and has bus access from Route 35 and Route 36, so it has a lot going for it. A 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath home in this town will run you about $470,000, but with more than 120 of those homes selling in the last 12 months, your options here might be more plentiful than in some of the other places we're going to talk about. Number 2 on our most affordable list is Union Beach. Sitting just north of HAZLET, right on the Sandy Hook Bay, as the name denotes, it has coastline. Only 6,500 residents live in this town, and it was really badly hit during Superstorm Sandy. A lot of the water from the flooding that came in from Sandy Hook Bay came in and demolished many of these houses. But the town is undergoing a massive revitalization right now. So many of those damaged or demolished homes have been taken out, and brand new homes have been built up on pilings, avoiding the risk of any future flooding. Now, for just a little bit less than what HAZLET would have afforded you, for $460,000, you can get a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath house in this town. The number 1 most affordable commuter town here in Monmouth County is KEANSBURG. Now, if you're new to the area or haven't spent much time here, you may not have even heard of KEANSBURG and definitely haven't spent much time there. But KEANSBURG is a very densely populated area with a super rich maritime history to it. It has about 10,000 residents, sits along the Sandy Hook Bay as well, but really cool about it is it has its own amusement park, it has a fishing pier, it has a boardwalk and a beach, and some of the most insane sunrises anywhere in New Jersey. It also will only cost you about $323,000 for that average 4-bedroom house, more than $100,000 less than the 2 other towns we spoke to you about. So as you can see, although New Jersey has a reputation of being an expensive state, these 3 towns give you great options for still being affordable while being commutable to New York City in less than an hour. All right, so now on to the luxury towns. Now, these aren't the 3 most expensive towns in Monmouth County based on average sales price, but we chose the 3 most luxury towns based on price point that were still less than an hour commute to New York City. Number 3 on our most luxurious commuter towns in Monmouth County is Fairhaven, New Jersey. Now, Fairhaven sits on the peninsula, nestled between the Navesink and Shrewsbury rivers, and is only a 7-minute drive to the Jersey Shore to the beach. Most of its residents who commute to the city take the train or the ferry. It's about a 10-minute ride or drive to the Red Bank train station or Little Silver train station, and also about a 10-minute drive to the Atlantic Highlands C Street ferry terminal. Now, Fairhaven has a very unique vibe. It's known for its close-knit community and its walkability. It's really common to see kids riding their bikes to and from school and to their friends' houses, see people out walking their dogs during the day. But it's going to cost you on average about $1,170,000 for that average 4-bedroom slice of Americana. Our number 2 most luxury commuter town in Monmouth County might surprise you. It's Monmouth Beach. Now, Monmouth Beach has been growing in popularity and has a tremendous amount going for it. But it only has 3,300 residents. It sits right along the Jersey Shore, and it's a really small town. So, although it will cost you $1.4 million to buy that average 4-bedroom home, only 10 of those style homes sold in the last 12 months in Monmouth Beach, which means that finding that house might prove to be the bigger challenge. And topping our list at number 1 for the most luxurious commuter town here in Monmouth County is RUMSON, New Jersey. Now, RUMSON sits on the peninsula between the Navesink and Shrewsbury rivers as well, and has a quaint downtown, is about a 5-minute drive to the beach. Most of its commuters are going to use train or ferry, so it's about a 10-minute drive to the Little Silver and Red Bank train stations, again a 10-minute drive to the Atlantic Highlands C Street ferry. But coming in at more than 4 times the cost of our more affordable or most affordable town here in Monmouth County, it's no surprise that it's going to cost you about $1.45 million to buy that average 4-bedroom home in RUMSON, New Jersey. Prices in RUMSON start around $700,000 and can go all the way up to over $10 million. So there you have it, folks. Hopefully we opened your eyes, if you're a commuter, to Monmouth County as a great commuting option for you. If you want to learn more about the different tax rates of these towns we spoke about today, or go more in depth about buying or selling here in Central New Jersey, the best way to do that is to drop us a line on social media or give me a call at 201-596-6236. Thank you so much for watching.